Hey y'all, we're back for another episode. This is Star, episode 8, A House Divided. Listen, I'm not even gonna get into this video like that because it was pretty much the same motherfucking thing throughout the episode, and it's pretty much going to be the same motherfucking thing throughout the rest of this motherfucking season. Okay? And the promo for next week's episode, I'm not surprised by it. So let's just go ahead and get on through this shit. So we get into Carlotta and Maurice. You know, they getting their shit on, and I'm like, damn. I thought they did this. I thought they already had sex last week. But okay. So after that, he asked if she knows what she want, and clearly she don't. She don't know what she want, but she wants to make sure that she knows what's best for the girls, and they end up having sex again. Whoop-de-doo. So then we get into Cotton. She sneaks back into the house from the club, whatever, and from being with Omari, her boo from prison, if y'all haven't noticed already. And Star catches her, and she notices a bruise on her arm. And at first, she thought that she was getting hit, because of her and Hunter. So she was on, like, I'm ready to kill mode. Like, who I gotta kill up in this bitch. But, Cotton had to let her know, listen, it was just a hit from Amari because me and him, we go in. We have that rough ass sex and we go in. I'm like, oh, okay, Cotton. Don't let me find out. Because a bitch will go through a screen real quick. So then we get into Carlotta. She clearly lets the girls know that, they got to get through this radio gig to promote the competition. And they got to go ahead and let all the side issues or beefs or whatever, be put to the side just so that they can get ready for this, for the gig. So then Brody comes in and tries to warn Star about the whole situation with what he found out in the last week's episode about Hunter and how he's worried that his goons are going to be coming for them. But clearly Star's not here for it. And my whole thing is, I'm going to let you know that throughout this whole episode, Hunter has been trying to prove his side and let everybody, including Star, know that, he's got all this stuff about what Hunter Dome did to Star last season. And clearly, you just need to understand, Brody, that no matter what you say or what you do, she ain't never gonna believe you. She ain't never gonna believe you. She ain't never gonna want to roll with you. Get that through your head, girl. So, anywho, the girls arrive to the radio station, and it's with all of the other members of the label, Andy, Angel, and Noah. They all there, and pretty much they got Debrat hosting the show, and I'm like, man, this is of course, because this show is by Lee Daniels, of course they're gonna have an ass load of guest stars for the second season. And this is the same shit that made us lose connection for Empire. This is the same shit they put on Empire. And that's one of the main reasons why we ended up stopping. And that's one of the main reasons why we stopped watching that shit. Because they be having way too many guest stars on that shit. And it's like, okay, it was cute at first, but now you're overdoing it, and that's just gotta stop. Because now you overdoing it, and stop it, okay? Stop it. So, excuse me. So they pretty much discussed the upcoming competition, whatever, and clearly there was tension around the table when Andy and Angel are bragging about themselves because, after their little stunt performance a few episodes back, they feel like that they're, all the way up there and that they're the shit, knowing damn well they're not. And then the host pretty much brags about Noah and Alex's duet, and they ask if they're official, and I'm like, whatever. And then they bring up the song that Alex and Noah recorded together out to play on the radio, causing everybody to get in their feelings. So, later, Carlotta confronts Ayana about Simone because earlier, before the girls even arrived at the radio station, Ayana's car pulls up in front of the girls and Carlotta, but guess who steps out of the car? Simone. Much to everyone's surprise. And she goes ahead and lets them know that Ayana got her out of juvie and she pretty much adopted her and gave her a place to stay. So this gets Carlotta in her feelings, and she pretty much confronts Ayana about it. They go back and forth about it, and clearly Carlotta can't trust her. And then she starts feeling betrayed by Maurice for not having her back, and tells him that the sex wasn't good, but that's not what you said at the beginning of the That's not what you said at the beginning of the episode when he was busting that pussy. But anywho, okay. So then Star and Alex ends up going back and forth about her and Noah together. I'm just like, okay, seriously? Like, is this really going to be their storyline throughout the rest of this episode? Whatever, Lee. So then Alex confronts Noah about their fake relationship and talk about some, will you kiss me? Will you kiss me back? And, Noah kind of had a point there. You did kind of kiss her back, but whatever. So then Hahia talks to Angel and Andy about how they're the underdogs and that they need to start messing with everyone else's heads so that they can get ahead in the competition. So they had to come up with something to get themselves on top. And at this point, I'm just like, Hahil, you messy as fuck. You got these two boys out here pulling a stunt by making them perform at that little showcase thing a few episodes back. Now you telling them that they need to go on ahead and mess with everyone else's heads just so they can get ahead of themselves, so that they can feel better about themselves. Because first of all, I don't know why Andy even wants to do this in the first place when he's already Ayana's assistant. Like, damn, isn't that enough for you? Clearly not. And then Angel, bitch, Angel, you could have so done this shit by yourself. You really didn't need Hahil to help you out because he stole your song and you still trusted him. You dumb bitch. So now here you go, ended up having to be a part of his bullshit because you thirsty and desperate just as Andy is thirsty and desperate, just like Hahil is just like the rest of this cast is. And I'm done. I'm tired. I cannot do this. I just cannot do this. So then Star confronts Ayana about Simone, and clearly she wasn't here for it. And then we get into the first rehearsal with the group, and clearly Ayana was not happy with the rehearsal because it was just a lot of bullshit going on. Everybody's beefing with each other. Everyone's going back and forth, and Ayana just wasn't having it, and clearly neither was I. So then later on, Hahil is at his place and whatever, and Brody stops by to talk to him about Arlene and Hunter over Star. Trying to convince him over the situation that he's went through and how Arlene set him up to go and hack through Star's phone so that he can go through her stuff, delete some pictures, and make some few edits to make it look as if that she had some info on Star to frame for her son's death. And I'm like, this bitch needs to go. Arlene needs to go. Period. But of course, Hahil wasn't here for it, and Brody tries to convince him through their similar fucked up past because Brody has some debts that he needed to pay, just like how Hahil has it. But clearly, that didn't work, so he sucker punches him and then takes a picture of it. And I'm like, okay. So later, Alex convinces Ayana to get her off the duet with her and Noah. But Ayana quickly dismissed that whole situation because she already knew that Alex was falling for Noah and she thought that she was the smart one. But no, she's not. She's just as dumb as all the rest of them. So, of course, Angel and Andy starts going through with their plan on fucking with the girls. Angel takes Simone while Andy takes Noah. So Angel tries to connect with Simone to see what she's about and all that stuff, trying to feel up on her and shit. And Simone was a little suspicious, but of course he got her convinced. So she teaches him some dance moves that they got, and I'm just like, these are some dumb motherfuckers. Why would you sit here and trust this guy with some dance moves that they're probably gonna steal some of that shit at the showcase. Watch. Then Andy starts intimidating Noah about how he noticed that because of the whole situation with Lucky and how he's already feeling insecure about himself. Andy feels that he got some balls and that he's the top dog up in this bitch, and tries to let him know that that Noah's afraid of the competition, and that he can smell a bitch because he's Ayana's assistant, so he feels like that he's really all the way up there. And I'm like, Andy, sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. That's what you can do. Because you're the biggest bitch on there. Just because you're someone's assistant does not mean that you the shit, okay? You working for someone else who's practically not even the shit them damn selves. So you just scum working for a bigger scum, okay? Get that through your head. Them some bitches. Let me just go ahead and say that. So then Hahil visits Arlene to confront her about, her wanting him dead through Brody's goons. But he has to let her know. Damn. I'm sorry. I need to wash my hair because this shit's nasty. But anywho, and he lets her know about, Hunter abusing Star and how she got more money than him. And he tries to, mess with Arlene's head just so she can change her mind about the whole deal. But then he goes on ahead and sets her up to pay him money so that he can go on ahead and take care of Brody himself. And she'll think about it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. See, this is why, Hahil, I don't like you. I don't like you, Hahil. I don't. But have y'all noticed that Arlene got a little bit tan? Like, damn, that bitch tanned the fuck out because she was orange as fuck. Okay. So then later, Carlotta confronts Simone about her choice on Ayana adopting her, and Simone felt like that she had nothing to her, and she felt like that she's nothing, and that she never felt like that she had a real home when she was under Carlotta's wing, and Carlotta was not having it, so she forces her to take a pee test in front of her to check for answers after she realized that Simone was high as fuck after she confronted her about her choice of being with Ayana, and the test came back positive, and Carlotta had to let her know, listen, you gotta think about your future. Because you keep making all these mistakes and all this other shit, and you're not really thinking. Excuse me. So yeah, you're not really thinking. You're not really thinking shit through. You're letting all this shit go by, but it's not really processing in your head. What is it going to take for you to do that? Simone had to let her know that, since she's with Ayanna, she doesn't feel like that she's in foster care and that she can finally think about her future for once. And I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. You ungrateful little hoe. Let me tell you something. I don't like them, okay? I don't like these bitches. Let me continue on because I said I wasn't going to make this video long. So, at Elliot's work, one of his employees confronts him about his paycheck, and Cotton snaps on him with a crowbar, and this turns Elliot on to the point where he's already talking about he wanted to marry Cotton, and that they want a house together, and that they want kids together, and I'm like, well, goddamn. Shit. All it took was for you to watch a crazy black bitch grab a crowbar and threaten the man with it to turn you on to talk about marriage and shit? Damn, like, okay. Whatever floats your boat, but okay. Shit. But, so with that already messed with Cotton's head because she's still fucking around with Omari on the low. So I'm just like, oh, you're fucking with Elliot. But yeah, you fuck Omari on the low. Okay. Alright. So then we get into Alex with Derek, and they eventually get serious when they discuss about her issues with her not being more honest with each other. Whatever. Clearly there's gonna be a love triangle. More like a love square between Alex and Noah, and then Alex and Noah, and then Alex and Star and Noah, and then Alex, Noah, and Derek, and I'm just like, okay, goddamn, this is too much. This is too much. This is some thirsty hoes. Let me tell you something. This is some thirsty hoes. So then the group rehearsals start up again, and of course it doesn't go well because Angel and Andy are purposely messing up with the girls and Noah, and this ends up getting to the point where this puts Noah in his feelings to the point where he snaps and tells everybody that what they're doing is on some real petty ass bullshit and they gotta stop. So then he leaves. But then Andy starts whispering and snickering at Angel's ear about how he feels like that he already got Noah in his feelings. And I'm just sitting here like, Andy, you can fucking go. I don't give a fuck if you are Elijah Kelly. You can go. And Star caught on to that shit. Like, this shows how thirsty and desperate all these motherfuckers are. Like, I can't even. So later, Carlotta is in her feelings and she's already down on her luck and she don't know what to do. So Miss Bruce lets her in and lets her know that she needs to get herself up to the test and get some dirt and do some dirt to get Simone back. And the way how she told her really got me, because she was like, seek, bitch, seek. Seek, bitch, seek. Seek, bitch, seek. Seek, bitch, seek. Okay, let me stop. I had a good day at school today, y'all. I've had this lit-ass party, all this motherfucking food. Like, I'm really gonna miss these hoes. Like, I can't wait till next semester, though. But anywho, so then later on, Arlene arrives to go ahead and give Hahil the $500,000 for the phone in exchange for the phone. And he lets her know that if anything goes wrong or if he finds out something that wasn't part of the deal that they made before, her whole family foundation is going to go down. So she goes on ahead and she lets him know that, okay, I'll make sure that won't happen as long as you kill Brody. And then, guess who shows up? Brody. I'm like, see, I knew it. I knew they was eventually going to get together because they have so much in common. They just have too much in common. All these hoes got too much in common. That's why they all sticking together. That's why they ain't never going to leave each other's side, because they all got something in common. And this is on some real fuck shit. Like, I cannot. So Brody pops up out of nowhere and he stabs the shit out of Arlene to the point where she died. Oh my good. She needed to die. I'm glad that Arlene's dead because she's trash just like Hunter. Okay? Okay. Moving on from that, Star then later comforts Noah and lets him know that, boy, you got something. You need to take your time and just get out there and show them that they can't stop you. He's like, is that it? For now, yeah. Okay. He wasn't here for it, and neither was I because we both know what the fuck is up between you and her, so Star, you can shut the fuck up, you fast ass bitch. So anywho, Carlotta apologizes to Maurice about, her snapping at him over Simone earlier, and she ends up having files over on Ayanna to blackmail her to get Simone back. But she ends up not going forward with her plan because she has too much respect with herself to even play dirty to even get Simone back. And she reveals to Maurice that she's jealous of Ayanna giving Simone a better home than her. And Maurice had to let her know that, she's a good woman. And they get to fucking, and I'm like, what you mean? So during rehearsal, Andy and Noah get into a fight, and Maurice and Carlotta had to let them know that they need to get it together and that they need to go hard or go home. And Angel goes on ahead and puts his 2 cents in and gets everyone in the mood all of a sudden, and they go through the dress rehearsal of I Want You, and it was a good performance for what it was, but it is what it is. So then Elliot and Cotton are together, and pretty much, Omar comes in, and he's like, bitch, who the fuck is you? Elliot's like, who the fuck is you? Cotton's like, okay, listen, I got this. I don't love you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Get out of here and get out of my life, okay? I don't want nothing to do with you. You can't get away from me, because you can't even say no. Well, I'm saying no now. And he gets up and leaves. But of course, Elliot is in his feelings because this is the second time that he don't have to deal with another man with Cotton. So they break up again. But I'm like, I'm not completely hurt by it because eventually they're going to get back together. I mean, did you see how they got back together earlier this season? Come on now. Get the fuck out of here. So Noah apologizes to Alex about the whole situation with their fake-ass relationship, and he promises to keep things professional. But I can tell that there was a spark there because the way how they was looking at each other while they was talking, like they was pretty much like eye-humping each other because, when he got done apologizing and she was like, don't ever kiss me again, they just had like a moment of, they just paused for a second. And they just started gazing at each other's eyes. Noah started licking his lips and shit. And I'm like, no. So then Angel finds Simone outside and compliments her voice or whatever and lets her know that she's real. And they talk about their personal issues and how they got something in common with their drug problems. And I'm just like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. And the second that they was getting ready to kiss, and I'm like, whatever. But before they could kiss, Karen shows up, and I'm like, oh. And that's the tea, bitch. And that's the motherfucking tea. So then we end the episode with Star singing Unlove You, which was sung by Mary last season. Brody comes in and he lets her know that, listen, he lets her know about the whole plan between Arlene and him and how he saw the light and he changed his ways and he tries to make it up to Star and he lets her know that Arlene is never going to fuck with her again. I know that because you killed her. Okay? And he leaves her alone and the episode ends with her and Star, ends with Star and her mom performing this cute little duet together of Unlove You. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cute. I like that. That was cute. But yeah, that was Star. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Did y'all think that this shit was messy? Do y'all agree that all these hoes are just desperate motherfuckers who are just dumb as shit? Y'all leave a comment down below. Let's discuss. And I'll see y'all next Wednesday, okay? Bye, y'all. I just can't even with this shit.